Architect, The Land of Exiles, a new open world MMORPG that was actually announced back in 2024 during G-Star, and since then it's been very quiet. But yesterday they actually made a bunch of YouTube videos announcing the game or talking about the game, making a website. So it seems like we're getting closer to launch. And the good thing about this game is this actually was a gameplay, like a 30-minute gameplay that I'm going to link in the description if you guys want to watch the whole thing, showing off the game 8 months ago. Of course, it's probably have new changes, but kind of see what direction the game is going and if it's going to be worth playing or not. So in this video I'm going to go through this game, letting you guys know what it's all about. It's going to be another Unreal Engine 5 slob, another Korean slob, or is it actually going to be good? So let's just jump into it. Now, what is Architect Land of Exile? Now, what we do know is it is being developed in Korea. Yes, another Korean game. I know you guys probably don't have high expectations. It's going to be another Korean slob, but at least the Koreans are making MMOs. But the good thing is we're getting new publishers and new developers. The developer is Aqua Tree, and again, very new developer team, and it seems that some Lineage developers and so on are involved in this. So it's probably going to be a AAA MMO. I mean, they're saying themselves it's going to be a AAA MMO. And then the publisher is Hybe IM, which has been publishing games, but again, fairly new. So both the developers and the publisher are fairly new at their job. Now, the game itself is not a lot of information regarding their launch and release and stuff, but it seems like them starting the promotional stuff on their YouTube and the website, it seems like we're probably going to get a launch either late this year or early next year, but it seems probably in Korea first, unfortunately. But by looking at the game, the way the layout is with the skills and stuff, it seems like we might be getting a PC, mobile, and console game from how the layout is, which we're going to get into later on. But this is, again, all predictions from me, and let's just jump into more of what the game is all about. Let's talk a little bit about the classes, because again, we're kind of getting tired of the whole weapon system. I've seen a lot of players when it comes to games from Korea. We've seen a bunch of this weapon system used when it comes to the class. You select the weapon, or you select 2 weapons, and that's the class you could end up playing, and you can swap around later on, which is not usually that easy as the game make it sound. But they are going with the traditional class system. So in this game, you will be able to select between the classes that you actually want to play. So, and it seems like they might go for the traditional Holy Trinity, because they have the warrior, which you can play, and then you have the mage, and I think you have the battle priest, and assassin and hunter. Those are the 5 classes that you can choose between. So it does have the ability, if you're a mage player, you have, of course, traditional mage, ranger, archer, assassin, warrior, and the healer. And there's no gender lock, which is always a good thing. And then there is a little bit of character customization going into it. Now, when I was looking at this, the visuals look really good. You know, it's really cool with the traditional classes. It's nothing like crazy classes. You know, Koreans are also known for having like these crazy classes with different weird weapons, but it's just a traditional system of an MMORPG. And I'm gonna be honest, you know, I can appreciate it because it's been a while we gotten a traditional system. Now, I was actually watching the Korean trailer, or not trailer, but they had a video where there's a new community manager, which looks like an influencer, going around talking about the game. And she was just glazing the game left and right, saying, "Oh my god, this looks so sick." I mean, I'm gonna play a clip for you guys.
약간 이동욱상 아니에요?
약간 그런 느낌 있는 것 같아. 뱀파이어 같고.
저 마법사 너 눈여겨봤어요. 어머머머머 아이돌이
확대해볼까요?
잠시만요. 확대도 돼요? 잠시만 더 확대. 솜털까지 다 보이네. 여자.
But yeah, I mean, the game looks good, but I've seen this in many MMOs. Again, the character screen and the selection screen, and with the Unreal Engine, it does look good, but it's nothing really unique about it. But again, just a traditional system. Now, when it comes to the combat itself, because we kind of want to talk about the combat, is unfortunately, I know people are not going to like this, we only have 4 skills from what they've shown. Maybe we get more later on, but so far 4 skills. And this is why I said at the start that I think we might get a console and mobile cross play, because the few skills that you can use and the way the character moves and the ability of it. I mean, you can jump. I mean, it has a dodge ability, but it has low cooldowns. It reminds me really a lot about gacha games. Like, if you look at gacha games and the way you can use skills, is usually very few skills, fast-paced, low cooldown. So I think they're going with like a proper MMORPG. Don't get me wrong, but the combat and the way you use your skills is gonna be very gacha elementy. And overall, the combat sequence that they've shown too, it looks good. It looks polished. And it seems like it's no like tap target. You can actually use your skills and aim your character too. Maybe they will have an option for tap target too if you need to. But overall, very few skills. And I think it seems like, I mean, I've seen only a certain class play it so far, but it seems like some of the skills might actually lock you in movement unless you like use the dodge ability to actually move around. But overall, I think the combat looks polished, but again, very few skills. I'm not sure, unless you're like a gacha enjoyer and you play like a lot of like gacha games. I don't think you might enjoy those amount of few skills that the game has. Might be changes to this, but it also has an HP bar and mana bar, and overall UI looks good. But having the mini map in the middle, not a big fan of. But at least they're going for something new, right? When it comes to the game. Overall, we gotta talk about the world. Now the world looks good. What I really like about this world compared to like other MMOs that are very similar to it is it's very saturated world. I really appreciate that because you guys know me. I do like those dark, neat and gritty games, but at the same time having like a more colorful world, more saturated world with vibrant colors, in my opinion, is more enjoyable because it makes for a more pleasant experience when it comes to the game. And for what they've shown so far, I mean, it seems like you can fly around, you have mountains, you have a lot of this ability to roam. So I think exploration is going to be a big part of it. I do think it's very gacha inspired when it comes to the gacha games. So I do think they're going for a proper open world MMORPG, but with a lot of like gacha elements. It seems like very fun when you're picking up quests, walking around, exploring, and just overall just seeing this massive world. I think it looks really good. So again, the world looks really good. It looks immersive, and then the fights itself, when we see like these bosses that you fight in the open world, the way you travel around with your mount, meet players. I mean, they're just standing and running around. It looks really nice. And then when it comes to the character itself, there's a lot of booty, guys. I'm not gonna lie, especially from the character that the player was playing in this walkthrough. It's a lot of booty, but you can't really complain, can you? Now, aside from that, we gotta talk a little bit about the monetization itself, because let's be real. When it comes to games like this, it's gonna have some type of monetization. Hopefully it's going to be like some good type of monetization, but again, I'm not going to have high hopes for this. From what it seems, it's a new again, dev team and publishing team, but it's a Korean MMO and they're used to putting a lot of monetization aspects in there, and probably going to be like some type of, either it's going to be some kind of gacha system or trading system or something. I feel like it's going to have something, but I'm not going to, it's only speculation from me from what we used to, but being a whole new publishing company and developer company, maybe they're not as greedy, but we'll see. But they do have developer team has, it seems like they're going for the AAA experience. I think they have over 40 employees, and then I think we can get a lot of more stuff coming from the game. So overall, I think we might see something good out of the game. At least it's unique in its own way, and it's not that typical Korean MMO, even though it reminds you a lot of it. But I would say this is more like a gacha type MMORPG, but with a proper MMO aspect to it. When you meet like place in the open world and experience of the social experience, is going to be a more in-depth game. Now, overall thoughts, I'm excited for this. Again, it's another MMORPG to look out for. What I don't like and what I'm not happy for is the Korean launch first and then the global launch, which I don't like. At least some Korean developers and publishers have been doing it different these days, where they're trying to launch them close to each other. But from this, it seems like we're probably going to get a Korean launch at the end, a global launch probably a lot of months later. But again, exciting stuff. More MMOs coming. It's always a good thing. Let me know what you guys think about the game. Are you guys going to be checking this game out, Architect, or is it just going to be another meh MMO? And what do you guys think about the skill system? Love to know. Let me know in the comments. Check it out right here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.